Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Amy's Kitchen. If you are new to this channel, a special welcome to you. I hope you have subscribed to remain a part of this family and to be notified each time I upload a new video. So today I'll be sharing with you my recipe for preparing basic spaghetti stir fries under 20 minutes. Yes, under 20 minutes. So here are all the ingredients I'll be using in making today's meal. I will list them down in the description box below for your reference. So for my vegetables, I have diced green pepper, diced spring onion, diced carrots, and diced onion. You can use any vegetable you have at home at the moment. You can work with any vegetable, but I will recommend you include fresh onion to your vegetables. Fresh onion adds taste and flavor to stir fries, and so it is very relevant to preparing stir fries. If you do not like to work with fresh onion, you can use organic onion powder, and that should work perfectly as well. So to cut your cooking time short, you can grab any already chopped vegetable mixture, the frozen ones from any grocery shop, wherever you are in the world. In Ghana, you can get this at ShopRite, I believe. For my protein, I will be using eggs, I'll be using sausages, I will be using canned beef and sardine. You can actually just use any of them in addition to egg. Egg forms the base of this stir fry, and so you can use egg along with any of the protein available. You can use only sausage and egg and canned beef, egg and sardine. For my spices, I have black pepper, I have white pepper, I have maggi shrimp cube, I have my blended natural spice mix, which includes ginger, garlic, aniseed, and rosemary. For the natural spice, you can use diced or crushed garlic and ginger mixture, and that should work as well. But if you can get this mixture as I have, that should also be fine. And so moving on, of course, I will need spaghetti for the fries and cooking oil of your choice. Any brand works. Also, I add powdered pepper. You can use smoked paprika or powdered cayenne pepper. And finally, I add salt to taste. So I start off by cooking the spaghetti. So guys, I used a pack of spaghetti, that's 500 grams. So you can use any quantity depending on the serving you have to serve. I was sharing this with a couple of friends, and so I had to increase the quantity. So I'm cooking this in my rice cooker. You can cook it in a pot over fire. That's how I normally cook it. Today I just wanted to cook it in my rice cooker. Allow your water to boil. Once the water starts boiling, you can break your spaghetti into it and then allow it to cook for 10 minutes. So what I have in there is my spaghetti. I added half teaspoon of salt to taste, and I added 1 tablespoon of cooking oil to help the spaghetti not clamp together. If you cook it without oil, the spaghetti is going to clamp together, and that's not what we want for this meal. For this meal, we need our spaghetti as separated as possible. So I let this cook for a maximum of 10 minutes. Guys, do not keep this on fire for long because it's going to sort of mash up if it should stay on fire for a very long period. So when this is done, I sieve the spaghetti and I add cold water to cool it. and I sprinkle a bit of cooking oil on it, and I sort of mix it together so that we can still get the spaghetti as separated as possible. Then I set this aside to be used later in the process. Then I move on to preparing the vegetables and the protein. I'm using a non-stick frying pan. You can use any saucepan you have available. So I have 5 tablespoons of cooking oil in there, which I allow to preheat for about 3 minutes. Then I move on to fry my diced sausages. So when the sausage is a bit brown, I take it out of the oil and set it aside for use later in the process. So I move on to scramble the eggs. Guys, we are not frying the egg as a whole. We will have to scramble it because we want the egg as pieces in the stir fry. So I fried this for about 5 minutes because I like my eggs well cooked. Then I add all our vegetables. I mix all the vegetables to the scrambled eggs, and I keep stirring it until I get a uniform mixture with the egg fully mixed with the vegetables. So I move on to season the mixed vegetables and eggs after frying it for about 2 minutes. So here I have my natural spice mix. I add this to the vegetable mixture, and I keep this cooking for about 3 minutes so that the vegetables can steam and soften up. Realized I needed to add more oil, but instead of adding cooking oil, I'm using the oil on mostly there is this oil on the sardine, and then I cover this and allow it to cook for about 3 to 5 minutes maximum, and then we proceed to adding the other spices that needs to go in when the vegetables are a bit cooked. So this is how the vegetables turn out after cooking for 3 minutes, literally steaming for 3 minutes. So guys, this is how it should look. It shouldn't be overcooked and it shouldn't be undercooked as well. So I am adding my maggi shrimp cube. Remember, you can use any stock cube of your choice. Then I move on to add white pepper. You can measure this as half teaspoon. And I also add my black pepper. You can also use half teaspoon of this. So I stir all the spices together. Make sure it is uniformly, mixed with the vegetables. So I move on to add my powdered pepper and salt to taste. So you can use 1 tablespoon of the pepper for your measurement. If you like it more spicier, which is hotter, you can add more. So that is what happened. I mix it together, and then I add the salt as well. This is half teaspoon salt. So you can tell I have more pepper in there because I like my stir fries very hot. So I mix the salt and the pepper together. Make sure that the whole vegetable mix is well mixed with the pepper so that you get uniform taste across board. So finally, I'm adding all our protein mixture. You can tell I have flaked the sardine a bit, and then our fried sausages and a little bit of corned beef. So I mix this with the vegetable mixture until it is uniformly mixed and ready for us to add the spaghetti finally. So I cook this for about 2 minutes. You allow the juice from the sardine and then the corned beef to infuse into the whole vegetable mixture before I proceed to add the spaghetti. So after cooking for about 2 minutes, I am ready to add the spaghetti. Guys, you can tell from the spaghetti how separated it is. So you have to follow this approach. Add cooking oil to keep your spaghetti separated. Each strand should be separated. So here I am adding my spaghetti in bits, so that I do not make the spaghetti more than our sauce. Our sauce and our spaghetti is the quantity, they are supposed to match uniformly so that we have enough sauce all over the spaghetti. So I'll keep adding this and stirring it until I get a uniform mixture for the quantity I want to use. So this is my uniformly mixed spaghetti with the sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this on fire for 2 minutes to cook together, and our food will be ready. So guys, I had one boiled egg, and so I decided to do some shenanigans with it. Nothing to worry about, guys. That's our stir fries. Look how rich and yummy it looks. So that's all for today. Give this a try at home and let me know how it turns out in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that we can grow together. See you next time.